So David and James, thanks ever so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
That's quite all right. So a couple of questions. What do you think would be your favourite episode ever of Angel?
My favourite episode of Angel? First episode, season 1, first show. A lot of season 1 because of a lot of reasons. Any episodes that I did with Glenn Quinn were extremely powerful and intense because I had a great relationship with him. God rest his soul. He really opened up my eyes to a lot of things. Episode, I think season 2, from what I can remember. It's a tough question because I have to really race my mind and think about what really hits me. And I'd have to go right to season 5 as far as that's concerned because I don't really remember what happened in 3 and 4. Because of
Dude, I don't remember
stuff.
5. I don't remember. You work seriously 12 to 15-hour days, mostly 15, and very often 20-hour days. Not uncommon at all. So you are really struggling to make each day. That's the mountain that you climb. And what yesterday was, I don't know. Constantly like, what did we shoot yesterday? Did we do that scene? I don't know if we shot the scene yet or not. But
brutal.
And I mean, obviously you have some quite bizarre storylines that come up in this series. What do you think is the most bizarrest plot you've ever worked on? Like, have you ever stood back and said, "Oh my God, this is ridiculous"?
Puppet Angel.
Man.
Puppet Angel.
Puppet Angel.
Genius.
Genius. Well, there's one also we worked with some damn bug. I don't know. It was a big. This was season 3. I think it was season 3. It was this big praying mantis bug. It took like 3 to 4 guys to operate these legs, and it was crazy. Just for the damn thing to walk up steps, it was a joke.
I had one of those.
It was laughable.
It was $250,000. They spent all this money, and the puppet was so huge that
Never used it.
It got waterlogged, which meant that the guys couldn't really manipulate it. So I was trying to bash and trying to make it look like there was something happening when the only thing we could do was just kind of like rock the monster back and forth.
Excellent. And also it's quite an action-packed series. I mean, obviously you guys must be quite fit to do this. Have there ever been any injuries through all your hard fighting?
Oh man, I think every day there was some form of injury. Poor James. I already gave him the number of my doctor.
Yeah, man. I get up. I take pain pills right away. I'm chug-a-lugging Motrin. I'm still healing from all of that stuff.
It's a very whether it's a sprain or something, I don't know. There's always something that would happen.
It's like playing football,
Yeah.
right? It's like, Sunday's really fun, and Monday you don't have to go to the hospital, but you can't get out of bed so easily. And you do that,
walking real slow.
When every day is Sunday.
Yeah.
We're not complaining. I mean, it's also really fun, but there is, and in all absolute honesty, there's really constant injury. That stuff hurts. And stuntmen get it, of course, a lot worse. They take the hardest stuff.
Yeah. So now Series 5 is finished, how much contact do you keep with the rest of the cast? Like, who are you friends with? Who do you pop round to for dinner?
I never really, I always maintained a working relationship with just the people I was working with, even when I was on Buffy. I never, I think I may have went to Joss's house once, but I never, my work's my work and that's it. I go home and I separate it. I don't have, I think I ran into Alexis a couple months ago. I spoke to him, but I pretty much maintained a line.
And yourself?
I gotta say, the whole cast of Angel was absolutely wonderful. Everybody was hardworking. No one was complaining. It's just a pleasure to be on that stuff. But I'm the same way. It's important to divide your life. You have your real life, where you have real people in your life who say, "James, stop that. You're annoying me." And then you have Hollywood, which is a whole different thing. And if you totally give over to that side, you start to get weird.
Yeah.
So it's like, no offense, but we don't call each other because that was the job. The job's over.
Exactly.
Okay. And how did you both feel now the series is finished?
Great. I mean, I've experienced a great run with it, and I feel as though we gave great show to a lot of great fans, and with these DVDs, I think that they can hold on to them and go back and revisit some amazing shows that were 120 some shows, and there's a lot of work, and a lot of people put a lot of work into those shows. Everyone should be proud of what they've done and what they've accomplished. So I think it was ended great. It's just it's a nice way to give them back. So.
I was much more excited to go over on Angel than I had been on Buffy, because on Buffy it was very hard to use the character very much. Thematically, it was hard to work him in. Over on Angel, it was kind of obvious that I could kind of get more in the mix. And plus, it's a guy's show, and there's a lot more stunts going on, and people get set on fire, and you stab bugs all the time. There's more of that.
Now, both your characters followed quite a similar story arc. So you were a human that became a vampire, killed 1,000, then you got a human soul, and you had to deal with the guilt of killing all these vampires. Now, how do you think they coped with these events in completely different ways?
Oh, man. As far as the character was concerned, he coped with himself on a daily basis of just survival of his own conscious, or whatever he was unconscious. So I think that's really an internal thing for him. I mean, he kind of struggles with that daily.
Whereas Spike just transports all of his worry that he will never be redeemed, that he's done so many horrible things that he is unredeemable. He just transports that over and blames Angel for it all.
Yeah.
You're a big faker, but he's talking about himself. Yeah. So a little less mature on Spike's side.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting, different characterizations. So if Spike, Angel and Buffy were to be reunited in a series, what would you like to see happen?
Let's see.
Where would you place it?
Where would I place him?
Prague in the spring.
Prague, there you go, sure.
Yeah, Prague in the spring.
Yeah, springtime for Hitler.
Budapest would be good. Yeah.
Maybe on the ice, man. I get on the ice. Go ice skating.
Vampire stuff in Paris would be cool.
Angel on Ice.
Angel on Ice, man.
And so obviously we're coming up to Christmas in a couple of months. How do you think a vampire spends Christmas?
He doesn't, man. They forget about that one.
Would they get any presents from Santa Claus, do you think?
No, man. They're like, is it Christmas?
Well,
forget Christmas.
Yeah, maybe they chill out. Probably Mrs. Claus. I don't know.
It would be kind of funny to watch them try to do Christmas. We're going to be humans now, man.
Yeah, right.
We're going to be with the normal guys. We're going to do a tree. Yeah.
Okay, so now the series is finished. Obviously, you're both moving on to different things. David, you were telling me about a film you're going to be in, and James, I've heard something about you being a band. So perhaps if you want to tell me a bit about your plans for the future.
Oh man, jeez. Yeah, I've been fortunate to do some films, and I'm working on a movie now, and I've done 3. I got The Crow is still in post-production. Hasn't come out yet. Everyone keeps asking when's The Crow coming out. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. Hopefully maybe in the next year it will. I know they're doing a lot of optical work on that right now. And, I've been able to do 3 great movies, and just working, doing some great characters, having fun.
I just split up my band. It was time. But taking the material that we were working on a new album, which is not going to come out, but I'm taking my material from that album and doing my own album solo, which is really surprisingly good. Keeping the same producer that the band was using. But what I'm getting is a sound that is a lot closer to what I hear when I write the songs, because I always felt that they very much became Ghost of the Robot songs when the band got a hold of them, which is exactly what needs to happen, but I never really got to hear what I heard. So that's really fun. And basically I've been turning down a lot of roles where they want me to be a demon or a drug addict or a rock star or a vampire or any of that, and I don't want to really. I want to play human beings.
Okay, now we've seen quite a lot of American stars come over, especially to London, to hit the stage. Have you been offered any stage roles, or would you consider this at all?
Yeah, I was going to do When Harry Met Sally this summertime, the second one, and I did a movie instead, and was going to come for the third run. It didn't come to fruition because they went dark, and I plan on bringing a play either at Sam Shepard or I don't know what yet, but I will be doing some stage work over here next year, probably, or the years to come. If it's not next year, definitely I'll be here.
Excellent.
And I'll be here doing the stage reading of The Brave Little Crease a little later, a few months actually. But unfortunately, I have family commitments that preclude me being able to be away from home long enough for a theatrical